Morning. Welcome to the New York Community Center for Spiritual Living. A lively group this morning, very lively, that's wonderful. Nice to see all of you. And this is a special day for us, it really is. We are celebrating 10 years. Yeah. 10 years. So we have a lot of festivities, we have a lot of good food back there and all kinds of goodies that you can have. And we're going to have a wonderful lesson, which will be a little bit shorter so we can enjoy some of the food and our relationships with each other and express our gratitude for this amazing community, which all of you are a part of. So I just want to warmly welcome Court Hassinger. He's our licensed practitioner. He's going to do our spiritual mind treatment for us. Court?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm doing a treatment on gratitude, which is the topic for this month, the theme for this month. So let's take a deep breath, sit up straight, put our hands out in the upright position, and here we go. This word is spoken into the law of mind in action for each one in this room, including the speaker. We know in this teaching that there is one God, one life, and one mind. And also in this teaching, we know that each one here, including the speaker, is unified with this oneness. We are unified with it because we were created from it. Therefore, we are part of it. Our subconscious mind is divinely connected to the one mind of God. Therefore, each one here asks for and does receive divine guidance by way of this divine connection. Let this truth now be known and declared into the law of mind in action that each one in this room, including the speaker, is hereby now embodying the truth and understanding about gratitude. Each one here understands that as we become more and more grateful, we manifest and receive more and more things to be grateful for. And on this special day, each one here is grateful for the New York Center for Spiritual Living serving our community for 10 years under the guidance and tutelage of Reverend Loretta Brooks. And also, on this Veterans Day, each one here is grateful for the countless men and women who have served our country, and for the countless men and women who have died for our country so that we can remain free. We know in this teaching that negative thoughts have no law to support them, therefore they have no power over anyone in this room. Therefore, any negative thoughts that may include doubt, fear, obstacles, delays, bitterness, resentment, hate, are hereby now completely uprooted from our subconscious mind and dissolved away into the nothingness from which they came. And from this new space of nothingness, because we know the universe abhors a vacuum, are only new thoughts of love, truth, and understanding. I hereby now affirm that each one in this room is embodying the truth and understanding the concept of gratitude. And I affirm this truth knowing that as we ask, so too shall we receive, for that is a spiritual law. I now release this word into the realm of the absolute where all things are possible. This word is moving forward into the law of mind in action for the good of each one in this room. It is more moving forward with mathematical and mechanical certitude because the law is perfect. I now release this word with gratitude, knowing that it's working for each and every one of us right here and right now. So be it, and so it is. Amen.
So it is. Thank you, Court. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful spiritual mind treatment, which is what we teach here. What a blessing. What a blessing. Thank you so much. And now we have our reading with our licensed practitioner, Barbara Munlin. Please help me welcome Barbara.
I too am grateful. I'm grateful for this center. I'm grateful for this teaching. I'm grateful that we can speak our word and dissolve negative appearances. So having said that, I've chosen to read from 365 Science of Mind. My word is creative. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power, for there is no power but of God, the power that be, or ordained of God. Romans 13, chapter 1. I identify myself with the more abundant life I think of those things that make for peace. I dwell in the unity that underlies all life. Because I am at peace and poised in the realization that I live in pure spirit, new power is born in me. Realizing that all power is ordained of God and maintained by the Spirit, and knowing that my word is the law of spirit in my life, I realize my word is creative. Therefore, I speak that word in quiet confidence and with complete faith. There is no need or want or lack in my life, for my consciousness places no limitation on the divine givingness. I know that all my needs are fulfilled from that eternal source, the kingdom of God, which is ever present. My desire is now fulfilled and my experience enriched, and that which I have, I give. The one life within me is mighty to heal. I recognize that the divine spirit that flows through me is really the presence of love. The words I speak from a consciousness of this indwelling power. My thought is ever inspired from this source of all inspiration, the divine creative imagination of the living spirit. Daily I am renewed by the divine life, led by the divine intelligence, and guarded by divine love. I focus my vision on the indwelling harmony, knowing that as I contemplate this inward perfection, I shall manifest it in my life. Thank you. Gratitude. Gratitude.
Thank you, Barbara. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for that reading. Absolutely beautiful. Now we have our announcements. So we are going to have, the class will continue today after the festivities, Shortcut to a Miracle. It's a really amazing class. We're all learning a lot and growing a lot, so it's been really good. Wednesday night, we have Barbara Munlin, who is doing Open Your Mind to Receive at the Unitarian Universalist Center on West 76th Street. It starts at 6:30 and goes until 8:30, and she will be there this coming Wednesday night. If you have any questions, you can see Barbara after the service. But this is a wonderful opportunity to receive a blessing during the week. It really is. So it's very, very good. I just want to take this time also, to say thank you. This is not part of the announcements, but I'm very, very grateful to each and every one of you. I said this already. James and Julie are here with us today. And I go back with James and Julie many, many years. They were with me over at Creative Light. And, just the 10 years, we've learned so much and grown so much. And the title of the talk today is Gratitude as Blessings. And it's going to be a little bit of a shorter talk, but it really is going to express the blessings that we receive, even when we don't know we're receiving them. So it's something to think about. But James and Julie, the wonderful gifts that they bring to this service when they come here and bless us all the time, their beautiful voices, their music, everything. And I'd like also to ask the practitioners, I did this before, if they would please stand so that we can just compliment them for the wonderful music that they have made. All of our wonderful practitioners. Gary is also one of our practitioners. He's not here today. Shonda is in Brazil, and Gary missed his plane. So what can I say? He missed his plane. But he'll probably be back with us next week. Yoichi is standing back there trying to hide from us, but we're not going to let him do that. Yoichi, thank you so much. And I would be remiss not to thank someone who has blessed us throughout these years with his dedicated service, Rick. Rick has been an amazing, amazing person. You have no idea of how much that he contributes to our services each and every week. He helps us with everything. He has been such a blessing. And to all of you who generously contribute with your tithes and the gifts that you bring to us, we are grateful. We are very, very grateful. Your generosity, very, very grateful. So I think that's it in a nutshell as far as the announcements are concerned. But now it's time for all of us to wish each other, as we always do, a happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Don. I see you're doing the treatment next week.
Yes, I am.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Melba. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. I did neglect to mention something before. I want to let you all know that I do have some extra tickets for Carnegie Hall. How many of you in here would like to go if it was like a gift? Yeah, for Michelle Pascal, Monday, November 26th. I have some tickets, so if you want to go, they're paid for. So you don't have to pay for them. They're $60 tickets, by the way. So if you want to go to that, see me after the service and just let me know and I'll put your name down on a list. Because he gifted us some more tickets, which was very nice. So it's going to be a wonderful event. How many of you were here for Michelle Pascal? He's going to have Myron McKinley, who is the keyboardist and musical director for Earth, Wind, and Fire. He's going to have the guitarist from Stevie Wonder's band. It's going to be quite an evening. I'm really looking forward to that. So just want to share that with all of you. He works with the Dalai Lama. He works with Deepak Chopra. And those of you who are here know what I'm talking about. I mean, I listen to it every morning now, you know, and they call him the medicine voice. So if you want to have tickets, please see me after the service. Okay, please help me welcome the wonderful one and onlys, James and Julie.
Thank you for that very lovely introduction, and thanks. We, of course, are extremely grateful that we've had the opportunity to be in service with this community for the last 10 years. We were saying to Reverend Loretta that we remember her ordination, we remember coming here for the first time, and it's hard to imagine that 10 years have actually gone by, but they have, and they've been good ones. So we're going to be doing 2 short songs that folks can sing along with. We encourage you to do so. The first one is called Thank You for This Day, which we chose because we are thankful for this day. And the second one is simply called Grateful, which of course we're also grateful to be here and to be celebrating with all of you. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
This healing day.
This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
We're back to thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Let's say joyful. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. Everywhere I look and every face I see is love's reflection shining back to me. I just give thanks for all these simple things, the joy and peace that gratitude brings. That's why I'm grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the peace that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the peace that I have. Let's sing joy. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the joy that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the joy that I
shout one out if you want. Prosperity. All right, here we go.
I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for the prosperity that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for the prosperity that I have.
Hey, somebody else got one? Health?
Health. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the health that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for the good health that I have.
Anyone got another one? Love.
Love. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the love that I have.
Indoor heat. Woo, that's a good one today.
All right. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for the indoor heat that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for the indoor heat that I have.
Peace. All right.
Peace. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the peace that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the peace that I have. How about friends? Friends? I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the friends that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the friends that I have.
Do we have one last one? What's that? Joy. Good place to end.
I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the joy that I have. I am so grateful, so grateful. I am grateful for all the joy that I, Big Finish, have. Shake those shakers. Nicely
Right.
done.
Woo, you guys sound good out there. Thanks for raising some energy.
Wow. Great blast of energy. Thank you, thank you. So I always say when you come in here that you will feel better when you leave than when you came in. So that's really the intention for every lesson that we give. And so this lesson this morning is no different. This is about gratitude and blessings, being grateful for everything that you have. And I always use one of my favorite books by Louise Hay, Gratitude, A Way of Life. So I want to start out with a quote that I have here from Louise Hay. She says, 272, let's see. She says that gratitude as a way of being begins to manifest itself as the art and science of blessing. It makes sense when we realize that all life operates on a vibrational frequency of energy. The energy we bring to life is the same energy that returns to us. Very interesting. The energy that we bring to life is the same energy that returns to us. In other words, no matter what is happening, if we give thanks, we are changing that energy. If we are grateful for something, we are changing the energy of whatever it is we are experiencing. So the 10 years that I have spent, and I've been in ministry now for quite a long time. I started studying with Dr. Grayson over 30 years ago. Is it that long? Yes, it is. Wow, it's a long time. And what I have learned is that through all of these years, through all of the teaching and all of the people that I have met, I am very, very grateful for the lessons. And the way that I do lessons is to turn them into blessings. You see, because all of the situations that we have in life, and we have many challenges that we have to face, but if we begin to say thank you, Thank you for the good health. Thank you for creating a solution to this challenge. Thank you for everything that I have. I have begun to say thank you so many times. And I got a message this week from Reverend James Mellon, who is the minister out in California, and he is part of the Westlake Village Association or center out there near Thousand Oaks, where all of the fires going on and so on. So I sent something out that I want to share with you today because I think that it is very important that we begin to create a mindset not only for ourselves but for other people. And what I say now every day is God, Spirit, Divine Mind, whatever you would like to call it, it's your choice. Please keep me safe and keep everyone around me safe. And I think that when I wrote that and I said we need to do this individually so it becomes part of the collective. Because if we are focusing on all of the negation, we get more of it. If we are asking for and receiving divine guidance, that's what we are receiving. And if we are asking to be safe, we know that God will bless us with safety. But it's not only about us, it's about all the people that are around us. So think about what could happen with a ripple effect with something like this. If you begin to bless yourself every day, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't only have to bless yourself when you sneeze. You can bless yourself in many, many ways, many varied ways. So the talk this morning is about blessings. But I want to tell you that I drive all over the place. I drive at night. I know people that, some of my friends, you drive at night? Yeah, I do. I mean, it's okay. I can drive at night. I'm very grateful that I can drive at night. Thank you. And I drive at night, and I drive all over in some of the areas in New Jersey. How many of you have ever driven in some of these areas of New Jersey where it's sort of like the Wild West a little bit? Yeah. So I say, God, please keep me safe and keep everyone around me safe. And you would be surprised how these words begin to resonate within you wherever you are, because you are giving yourself a blessing and you are blessing the people around you. And I really believe that. I truly believe that. So blessings are really a form of favor. You are favoring yourself, you are blessing yourself, and you are blessing the people around you. Bless everyone. Send them blessings, and give yourself a blessing also. And that is a blessing when you begin to say words like that. I started saying I am divinely guided a long time ago, and believe me, I am divinely guided. Now I know that because it's in my heart and it's in my mind. So I want to share this lesson with you this morning about gratitude as blessings. And it's a little bit shorter than most. But the class that I am teaching, Shortcut to a Miracle, is all about energy and how we express that energy. And so I want to talk to you today about 3 different things. The first one is being willing to accept an experience as a gift. Sometimes you get a challenge in your life and you say, this is not a gift. But then when you look back on it, maybe it's a health challenge, maybe it's someone in your family. But if you can say thank you for the solution, knowing that there is a resolution, a divine solution, knowing that through your prayer work something is happening to create more good. There is a solution, a divine solution, and you focus on that wherever you go. You focus on the health and well-being of yourself and others. I've had a lot, for some reason, I have had more calls in the last week or 2 on health concerns, health challenges. So we need to rise up and we need to go to the level of the absolute, and we need to pray and know that we are healthy and that we have our well-being in every cell of our body, in every fiber of our being. We are filled up with light, and that light is transforming the consciousness of everyone, people close to us, people that we know that have health challenges. We know that there is a spirit within us and it blesses us with gratitude, with joy, and with peace of mind. And we have to know that each and every day. When we express gratitude, we are saying thank you. So number 1 is to accept something as a gift. For when we express gratitude for what we have, we will have more. Every morning I have a practice with a prayer partner, and I say 10 things, 5 things, 10 things that I'm grateful for. A simple little thing. 5 or 10 things that I'm grateful for. And then I noticed so much, I was in Pennsylvania this week and I was noticing the beauty of the trees changing, being grateful to see that, being able to see, being able to hear and speak and walk, all of the good things that are happening through us by the Spirit of life. What you are grateful for, you will have more of. If you walk around in doubt and fear, you will get more of it. You don't need that. You need to cast that out. And you need to practice gratitude for everything that you are experiencing. Saying thank you for the gift. You know, this teaching has taught me so many valuable lessons. I remember James and Julie were with me when I was in another center. And there was a lot of stuff going on there. You ever been in a place where there's a lot of stuff going on? You get out of bed in the morning, you go out there and you don't know, right? You have to stay centered and focused. But what I realized was that Spirit was teaching me something in every single one of these places where I was practicing ministry. And what I was learning sometimes was what not to do, you see? So that's how I began to look at it. The gift came to me with the ideas of what I do not want to do when I have my own center. That's all. I just let all that hoopla stuff go. I let it go. Yes, we get involved in all the gossip. We all do it. We're human beings. But what I decided to do was to learn from the experiences. I can get angry. I can get upset. A lot of stuff happened to me and to a lot of people. But instead, I'm choosing to see the gift in it. What was the gift that I have the center now? There was a gift in that. There was a gift in my experiences and things that I went through. The gifts were that I was able to create my own community here, and we are all blessed by it because Spirit is blessing us all of the time, and I am grateful. I am grateful. When you are going through something, sometimes there's something operating underneath the surface that we don't realize. And there's a gift in it. There's a teaching. If you will get the lesson, you will get the value from the experience. Because there's always value. If we look for the value, we will find it. There is the value in that. And I know a lot of you in here, there are people who have called me about different things going on and everything, and I say to you, do your prayer work and begin to see the situation differently. Begin to let go of the idea. Do not hold on to the idea that someone is ill. Hold on to the idea that they are healthy and well, and that there is a divine solution, and there will be one. The same thing with finances. Let go of the idea that you don't have any money. Let go of the idea that you have nothing to offer. That's an idea. Someone said to me this morning, and I'm not saying names or anything like that, but someone said to me that they work in a certain way, and because they work in that way, they are attracting things of a negative consequence. And then I said, that's a belief that you're carrying. You've got to let go of that. You don't hold on to that kind of a belief. You see, because Louise Hay has taught this, Ernest Holmes has taught it, Dr. Grayson has taught it, all of the great teachers in our movement teach us to let go of those old ideas. Write them down so you can see what you've been holding on to. And then learn from them and let them bless you. And say, I no longer choose to hold on to this as an idea. I am worthy of the best. I deserve the best. In the class, we're learning about each other. We're sharing our experiences. And a lot of people go to a point and then they feel they don't deserve it anymore. We have to let go of that as an idea and keep working in consciousness until we get clear about our deservability. We deserve the very best. Each and every one of us in this room does. We have to get clarity about that. We deserve to have the best because we are the best, because we are all God's children. We are all experiencing God's love, if we will allow that to happen through us. Number 2, your experiences become your valued lessons when you look at what is available in the present moment, bless it, and watch its increase. So in other words, whatever is happening to you in the present moment, if you will bless it and allow it to be and know that there is a solution, rather than always looking at the problem and churning things up. This is being recorded. I'm going to say it anyway. I probably shouldn't, but I will. You see, last night I had dinner with my son and my daughter-in-law. It was a very nice experience. That's the work that I've done. Because I can get churned up over situations, and I no longer do that. That's the work that I've done. I let go, and I allow the Spirit to operate. And I always say in my prayers when I do my treatment work, the Spirit goes before me to make the crooked places straight. And it always does. Always. Always. Because I am grateful. And I was grateful, and after I left that meeting last night, I had a wonderful time and I enjoyed the experience. It wasn't like before, you see. There's a lot of work in consciousness. You don't go home, you don't sit here and go home and do nothing. You sit here, you learn, and you go home and you practice. You practice the principles of this teaching, which is always teaching you to rise up. Like Reverend Michael Beckwith says, rise up. And he also taught, and I love the way he says this, that every week when you watch the news, he only watches the news once a week. I love his message. He watches it once a week, and you know why he watches it? Because he wants to know what his assignment is and who he can pray for, you see? So who will you pray for besides yourself? We need to pray not only for ourselves, but for others in the world as well. And we need to express our gratitude. Gratitude is so important. It's such an energy lifter. It really is. It lifts up our energy, and it blesses us. So that's number 2. And number 3, I wrote this down. Can you think of a time when you received a blessing in disguise? Anybody? A blessing in disguise. Many of us have received that. The words of Mother Teresa come through me as I wrote this. Everyone said to her, Mother Teresa, how do you do the work that you do in Calcutta with all of the people who are lepers and have the appearances of so many different things? And she said, I see Christ in all of his miserable disguises. Interesting. And that's what a blessing does. You begin to see something that you think is not there, but it is there. It is a blessing. It is a blessing for each and every one of us. We are blessed when we lift ourselves up to see the blessing. And it sometimes comes in a disguise. It sometimes will come in a disguise. But if we will be willing to work with the Spirit to see the blessing in it, you see, and not to hold on to it. I have learned that with my own body. I don't know if you know this, but a couple of years ago in here, I broke both of my elbows. I had a fall. I went to physical therapy. I drove myself home about a 20-mile drive, and I kept saying as I was driving, gee, my arms are really hurting me. And I was driving home. But I got home and I made a decision that I would get well and that everything would work out. I would get the physical therapy, yada, yada, yada. I don't hold on to things. That's what I've learned from this teaching. People say to me, gee, you've had this happen, and then because I don't hold on to it. You see? You can nurse your illness or you cannot hold on to it. You can let it go and be free of it. And if it's a family member that's not in this teaching, you can do the work through them. You can see the spirit within them. Call it whatever you will. And you can know that that spirit is dissolving all that is unlike itself. You can get a practitioner to do some treatment work, and that will bless you. Just become a receiver of your own good, a receiver of your blessings. You see? Anything that happens to me, I just let it go. I know that it only comes to leave. It doesn't come to stay, you see? Especially if it's a challenge. And you know what? Is there anyone in this room that doesn't have any challenges? Of course, everyone does. It's part of our life. But when we start to focus on the blessings, when we start to be grateful for all of the good that we have, we are, each and every one of us, so much better, so much more blessed, and so much more filled with energy. So I want you to begin to count your blessings. The art form of blessing is our willingness to let go of what we think will happen. This is the other thing too. What we think will happen. You ever hear that from someone? This is what's going to happen. Really? How do you know that? How do you know that? Well, I think this is going to happen. How many people have ever done that one? Yes. This is what's going to happen, and I'm so sure of it. I had a challenge a couple of weeks ago with someone who was saying that I owed these fines or whatever, and I just said, there's no truth in this, and it's not going to happen, you see? This is not going to happen. So change what's going to happen for you. We're learning this in the class, Shortcut to a Miracle. What you expect, you will get. So expect to be blessed. Expect the best for yourself each and every day. Expect to completely give yourself to Spirit, knowing that Spirit is revealing health and wholeness. And the more that you hold the high watch for yourself and others, the more blessed you will become. I know that. I know that. People call me with all kinds of challenges, and I don't see that. I see the blessing. And I go to spirit, go to spirit, go to the divine mind. You have a power within you. Louise Hay spoke about this all of the time. Dr. Grayson, Raymond Charles Barker, Ernest Holmes. This is our teaching. And please, in this next year, begin to practice this stuff. Don't just sit there. Do something. Do something every day for yourself that will bless you, uplift you, and inspire you, and empower you to move out into life in a new direction, co-creating with the God within you. You have so much power within you. Speak your word, that lovely reading today from Barbara. Speak your word, that beautiful treatment from Court. Speak your word knowing. It took me a long time to be able to say this. I know that as I speak my word with conviction that there is a demonstration, and I let go of the resistance. I know from going to Dr. Grayson, when he did a treatment, he would say, do you really want this? Because he knew when he spoke the word, it was going to happen. And I have to honor him as my teacher. He taught me so much. Larry Dossey, a very famous surgeon who wrote a book about prayer, said, Dr. Grayson was one of the most authentic healers he ever met in his life. And I will say that very, very truthfully. There are people in this room, people who aren't here, who had so many demonstrations from him, myself included. I was so fortunate, and I'm so grateful to him. He's passed on, but my gratitude lives for him, for this man. You know, you can talk about all the things that he did or whatever, whatever. He gave me something so very special, and it was this teaching. He was my teacher, and I am grateful for him forever. You know, we all have our personality stuff. We get on each other's nerves. You know, let's face it, let's be real. Sometimes we get on each other's nerves. Isn't that true? Yes. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can care about one another and support one another and bless one another, right? Right? Yeah. Makes sense. So this is my heartfelt message to you, and I kind of wrote it down, but I just want to say from my heart what I feel about this center in the last 10 years. I'm very grateful for all of you. We have so many wonderful people here, our practitioners, all the people that make this what it is every single week. We are blessed, we are uplifted and inspired. And I just want to share a few little highlights from this teaching. When I started out, I said I started with nothing. And then my message changed, you see. My message changed too. You never started with nothing. This is for each and every one of you. I want you to get this. I never started with nothing because I had the Spirit within me. I had God. I had higher power, divine intelligence. Call it whatever you will. I had it, and you have it. So whatever you are doing in your life, never say that you don't have anything because you have something so powerful. And that power took us from the map room. And I remember the opera singer who used to come here. He had a beautiful voice. And he said to me one day, thank God that you have gotten rid of that horrible room. That was horrible. And we were there for about, I'm trying to imitate him, but it's not working. But we were there for about 6 months, I think, something like that. And then we went into the George Washington room, and now we're here. And that's all through the prayer work that everyone does. You're here to receive blessings. Every Sunday you have a place to come where you can be blessed, you can be inspired, lifted up. If you have a challenge, you can receive a spiritual mind treatment. We have refreshments, we have everything. We have wonderful music, incredible music, right? So we can care about one another here. This is a place for each and every one of us to care about each other, to bless each other, to support each other. This was my vision so many years ago. I wanted a community, and this is what we have. We have a community. So whatever your vision is for yourself, I would like to share this with you today. Work with it every day. Work with it knowing that you have a partner, and that partner is the Spirit within you. It's not out there, it's in here. I watched a wonderful story on Bloomberg News. I never usually watch that, but I was guided to watch it. It was really powerful. Michael Malkin, remember him? Got into a lot of trouble many years ago. He spent 22 months in a federal penitentiary. Stock market kind of stuff. Interesting man, very interesting. Learned a lot in jail. Very wealthy, he's got a lot of money. And he was talking about all of the things that happened to him in his life. And he said, people on Wall Street thought he was out of his mind. When he got out of jail, he got the appearance of cancer. He went to shamans, he went to healers, he went everywhere. And finally, he learned how to meditate. And he began to meditate and chant, and the cancer's gone. Interesting, very interesting. That someone from Wall Street who spent time in the penitentiary, very wealthy, he discovered something about bonds, yields, I don't know what that is, yield bonds or something. Some of you would know. Michael Milken, thank you, that's it. Michael Milken, I had the wrong name, thank you. Michael Milken. Anyway, his whole discovery in life, all the money and the wealth that he had, and he got cancer, the appearance of cancer, and he had it healed. Because you know what he said? This was the interesting part of the interview. He said, you know, if I do everything the same way that I've done it, I will not heal. But if I do something different, if I begin to do something different, that's the message for you today. Begin to do something different with yourself each and every day, whether it be meditation, prayer, do something different for yourself. Get out there, live your life, and know that there's a power within you. And that power is always blessing you. And I'm going to close with a spiritual mind treatment about gratitude. And then we can have our party and we can have lots of fun. Okay. So let's know this truth together, that this is the essence of gratitude. That there is one life, one power, and one presence in the universe called God, the Great One. And that it operates for each and every person in this room. And that this is our community, this is our blessing. And we give thanks that we are loved and supported by the joy, the peace, and the power, and the strength of God. And that each and every one of us is not only inspired to move out into life, but has the gratitude, the joy, the peace, the empowerment. That every cell, muscle, tissue, organ, and activity of our physical body is filled up with the light of God. There is no spot where God is not. And individually and collectively, we move forward this year, celebrating 10 years of joy, 10 years of peacefulness, 10 years of cooperation and love. And through this community, we are each one of us uplifted and blessed by the Spirit. Those who have gone before us, we give thanks to them. And we move forward thinking differently, thinking of different outcomes for ourselves, and knowing that things really are working out for our highest and best. These are the words of truth. And as a result, each one in this room has greater health, greater wealth, greater creativity and self-expression, and more loving, harmonious relationships. This word is the truth. It is placed into the law with love and gratitude. So be it, and together we say, and so it is. And that is the way it is. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And now, Julie.
Well, we wanted to say congratulations and celebrate you. So that's what we're going to sing, celebrating you.
That was a great message, Loretta Brooks. Thank you very much for giving us that to take with us today. Sometimes folks ask us if when we sing here, if a song has been written by us. This is a song that I wrote when I lived in New York City, when I was feeling especially grateful and wanting to celebrate. And so I celebrate you, Loretta, and everyone that's a part of this teaching with a song called Celebrating You.
Are bending, celebrating ending the frozen winter of her soul, yeah. And I'm celebrating too. Don't you know I'm celebrating you? Catch the new day. I'm so alive, I'm here in Magic Mountain singing. The water's rushing down from the high ground. As the moon is rising, the tides are swelling with love. The silver light I see all around. Can't you see she's shining light for you? Don't you know I celebrate you too? It's your new day. And I see you standing in the door. Starlight shining all around your face. Contemplating all that's gone before. Poised in wonder, you're full of grace, a brilliant trace. Blessed are beginnings and sacred times we stood as one. I give thanks for what's been shown to me by you. I'm walking on the water and Mother Wind keeps blowing. She's talking to me so I'll never forget you. So believe in all the good you bring. In the marketplace, let the children sing. Feel the new day.
Wind's blowing all my hair around, and I know Mother Earth is calling me home. Yeah,
New day.
so alive, I'm here in Magic Mountain singing. Water's rushing down from the high ground.
New day.
Blessed are beginnings, sacred times we stood as one. I give thanks to you.
Feel the new day. That was awesome timekeeping, everyone. That was
Yeah.
wonderful playing.
I don't think we've ever sung that with people playing along. It was a real treat to hear all the shaking and feel all the energy coming back, so thanks for playing.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we have a few minutes now for...